welcome to Spiritual Smokes. It's a podcast that I'm starting. It's a little series that I'm starting. Well, it's gonna be eventually a podcast, but right now it's just going to be a little series on my YouTube channel that I'm doing. But anyways, enough about that. So today's topic concerning spirituality obviously is going to be about the spirit. So I'm going to just talk about what I know about the spirit. So I learned something this morning. Oh, yes. I forgot to mention I am smoking out of a carrot. This is literally a carrot. And I put the straw right here because it just works better with the straw. But yeah, this is what we're smoking out of. Because why not? Also, mainly because I don't have any backwoods. So, okay, let me take a hit real quick before we get into it. Okay, so that's kind of dead. Let me repack it. Okay, so what I know about the spirit is that, well, I just learned this morning that the spirit is the observer. The spirit is actually the observer. So you know how there's an observer, like when you meditate, there's an observer, like there's a presence, and that presence is you. Well, you could also say that presence is your spirit. And I didn't know that. So now, if spirit and soul are the same thing, right? A soul is just a solo spirit, a spirit that decided to become separate from the overall and go on its own travels. Then I wouldn't say separate from the overall, because we're never separate from the overall. Like you could think you are all day, but you never are. So I want to say that, but I would say just kind of when you decide to go on your own travels, that's when you become a soul. So let's try to look for something. So basically, with the observer, if the observer is the spirit, and the spirit is the soul, and these are all the same things, then why do we have different terms for the same thing? Oh, okay, well, see, because like I just said, a spirit and a soul is not necessarily the same, because a spirit is still it's kind of like a baby. When a baby with a umbilical cord, right? The umbilical cord is still there, so it's still a part of the mother until they cut the umbilical cord, and then now you could be like, oh, okay, now it's separate. Now it's, even though through DNA you can never really be separate from your mother, but it's like, okay, now you're your own person. Now you have to feed yourself when you're hungry, like, you know? So it's kind of like that. It's like you're one with the overall, and then you're not one, but you're still connected. Always going to be connected. Always going to be a part of it. All right. What else about the spirit? I see the spirit as expression. I see it as your self-expression. Now, comment if I'm wrong, because we're all learning here. But I see the spirit as expression. Not your personality, but your aura. but not necessarily your aura, just that energy. That energy. When you meet someone, you can meet, like, it's like with twins, you know? Have you ever met twins and they look exactly alike, but you could tell them apart because of their energy, because of their spirit? Even though they have the same spirit split into two bodies, which is pretty cool. It's like they no. Yeah. Yeah. Just different expressions of the same spirit. Same spirit, because I was thinking no, because I was like nah, because they're dead ass be twins where they look alike but their personality is dead opposite. And it's like, okay, well, opposites are the same, it's two sides of the same coin, so it's one, right? So it's one thing. So it's like, okay, so I was right. Like, it is, twins are one spirit split into two, which is pretty dope. It's like your own brother or your own sister is like your soulmate. Twin flame, like it's you in another body, literally. It's fucking wild. But it's also not a good thing. And I could talk shit about twins because twins run in my family. My mom is a twin. But it's also a bad thing because if you split into two, the more that there is of something, the farther down it is. It's just like a pyramid scheme. The lower you go in the pyramid, the more there is, the wider it gets. So the more of whatever it is. Like if we're using cups, then the more cups is at the bottom than there is cups at the top. So if you when you first become aware, you start at the top. So if you split into two bodies, like, that's becoming extremely separate to the point that you done became separate from your own damn self. Like, that's not a good thing. It means you've been lost for a little too long. Because now you're starting to multiply. You get what I'm saying? Think about the people who have triplets, quadruplets. Like, that's crazy when you're looking at it from the spiritual aspect. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I see the spirit as your expression. It's it's the non-tangible thing about a person. Like, it's just the energy. But the spirit is not energy. I like this conversation. Hold on. So, the spirit is not energy. It's just one of the forms that it inhabits. And then the energy condenses, bends in on itself, and becomes your flesh and your organs. And now you're a condensed physical. Now you have a condensed physical body, but you are not a condensed physical body. Okay. So, spirit is pretty much zero. Yeah. That's what they're pointing to when they be like spirit this, spirit that. They're pointing to zero. If you use numbers to understand how nothing came out of something, then it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, or 0, 1, 2 because we're in the third dimension. So 0, 1, 2, right? There's three numbers present, even though it's 0, 1, 2. There's three numbers present. So it's like 0, that's the spirit, that's the nothing, right? That's you. And then 1, that's awareness. So that's all right. I'm like, that's like 0 popping into existence. And then 2, that's 0 looking outside of itself and going, oh, there's someone else here. There's other people here, pretty much. But if there's other people here, then where are we? And then that's how you get the third dimension, because it's, your surroundings, the full circumference of the all around. So I have to hold it in for like a few seconds to really take it, because I don't know, this carrot is low-key not coming through and I'm trying to get high. So but so yeah, the spirit is pretty much 0, or 0 is the spirit, or the spirit is no thing. So but yeah, hold on, how many minutes do we have? Oh, we have 11 minutes. I'm going to end the video here. But I like that conversation about the spirit. I might do a part 2. Let me know if you're interested in a part 2. But thank you for smoking with me. Bye.